All right, so I have noon on my end. Welcome to robotics class week 1. Just so you all know, these classes are all recorded. So if you do come in late, have to leave early, miss a class for whatever reason, you will be able to go back onto our Moodle website and you will be able to watch a recording of class. So with that being said, we're now going to go ahead and get started. Before we do so, I just want to check and make sure everyone can hear me. So if you could just answer this poll for me. Can you hear me? Yes or no? I have a bunch of yeses. I'm looking. All right. Everyone can hear me. Fantastic. That means that my microphone is working. We are going to give a 2-second reminder here of how you guys can interact with me and with each other. The text chat on the right-hand side that some of you have been writing in. Before class, go ahead and write as long as we keep it appropriate. I'm not going to lock the text chat for you guys. It's a great way for you to communicate with each other. You can also raise your hand along the bottom. You should see that on your toolbar. That will beep in my ear, and I know that you're trying to get my attention. And at the bottom of your screen right now, there should be a red button that says busy. When I am not talking, that will say green. And you guys are more than welcome to chime in and talk. So today we are going to do our introduction to robotics. Robotics is a very wide range of a class. We are going to talk about simple machines, complex machines, robots. Each week I'm going to try to highlight a cool robot topic. This week we are going to look at how robots are used in the ocean, as well as simple machines. At the end of class, I'm going to spend about 5 minutes reminding you guys how to submit your homework. Homework is going to be due to me, I think I said Wednesdays by 9 a.m., so that I can look at it before class. So what we're going to go ahead and do right now is we are going to brainstorm as a group. What is a robot? So who has a thought? Go ahead and raise your hand and I'll call on you. What is a robot? And I'm going to go ahead and type the definitions up here on the whiteboard. Joseph, go ahead.
A robot is it's something okay.
All right. Sorry about that. Joseph, think about it for a minute. If you come up with something, raise your hand again. Kyle, you had your hand up next, and then Clinton. So Kyle, what do you think a definition or what is a robot?
Something that can help people or make jobs easier.
All right. Great job. Clinton, what do you think a robot is?
Something that you can use to go explore the moon or find more minerals in the water.
All right. Great job. Steven, what do you think? All right, Stephen, I didn't hear you. Do you want to try again? Make sure you hold down the green talk button on the bottom of your screen. All right, I heard your microphone come on, but I wasn't able to hear anything. So let's let Joseph give another try, and then if you want to try again, Stephen, you can, or you can go ahead and type your answer into the text chat for me. So Joseph, I saw your hand go back up. Do you have another idea for what a robot is?
A robot is a machine that helps people do things.
Okay, those look like three great definitions or descriptions of a robot. Does anyone have anything else that they think we should add to this? Go ahead, Kyle.
Sometimes the robots could be used for entertainment.
Okay, they can be used for entertainment. All right, so those are some great definitions of what a robot is. We're going to go ahead and take a look at what the dictionary's definition of what a robot is, and look at some scientists' definitions of what a robot is today. Your screen looks a little bit different today than it did during our orientation because there's 4 screens, not just 2. Today we needed the 4th screen up here, the 3rd and 4th screen. So up in the 2nd screen over on the top right, you should see a black square that says, what is a robot? This is where we're going to look first. This is our PowerPoint. If you want to make this bigger, what you are going to do is touch the little arrow that's up in the top corner of this rectangle that's facing towards the right. And then my PowerPoint is going to become big on your screen, and my picture is going to go away. The screen on the bottom where I was just typing is also going to go away. That's fine. We don't need these screens right now. When we do need them, I'll let you know so you can go back to them. So let's see what the definition according to the dictionary of a robot is. According to them, a robot is a machine capable of carrying out a complex series of actions automatically. Basically the same definition or description that you guys gave. So now let's try to think of some examples of robots. Go ahead and either raise your hand or put in the text chat some examples that you can think of a robot. Okay, and I'm going to put the definition back up here. It's a machine capable of carrying out a series of actions automatically. So raise your hand or put in the text chat, what's an example of a robot? I can think of one, the submersible Alvin that's used to explore the ocean. Kyle, what do you think?
Like to put together a car or to manufacture things.
Great. When in manufacturing plants, when they put together cars. Good job. Joseph, go ahead.
The pool cleaners.
That's a great one. The little vacuum that does the bottom of your pool. That's a very good example. I didn't think of that one. Can anyone else think of an example? If you don't want to talk, you can go ahead and put it in the text chat. Kyle, go ahead.
Robots can also help doctors communicate with patients.
Okay, help doctors communicate. Very good. A lot of communication is done with robots. All right. Thank you guys so much who are volunteering and giving me your guesses, your answers. One of the great things about this class is if you interact with us, with me, with the other students, you're going to learn a lot more and you're going to enjoy this class a lot more. So I'd like to encourage all of you to take a chance. If you're wrong, who cares? It's not a big deal. It's okay to give a wrong answer, to give a wrong definition. It's okay to be wrong. No one is right 100% of the time. So one of the things I want you guys to do in this class is get used to taking that little bit of risk and interacting with us. Okay, Andrew went ahead and put in the text chat some of those Lego robots. Fantastic. Anyone else have an example of a robot that they can think of? A machine that does something automatically. All right. Let's take a look at the list I came up with. So I thought about machines in my life. And I came up with an automatic car wash. That fits the definition. It's a machine that carries out actions automatically. A vending machine, like the gumball machine I put a picture of up here. An automatic door that opens and closes. I think Joseph said a robotic arm used in manufacturing. I came up with that one as well. Good job. Remote control cars and trucks. Maybe you have a little remote control car that you use around your house or out in the woods. My kids have one that they fight against each other with in the front yard. Those are robots. An ATM, where your parents might go to get money so you can go out to eat. That's another example of a robot. And Dane went ahead and put one up here, that there's a robot so small that it can swim through human arteries. And that is a great one as well. Dane also put Robonaut 2 is supposed to help astronauts. A lot of what we're going to focus on in this class is how robots are used in extreme environments. So we're going to look at robots that are used up in space, out in the oceans, and out in battlefields to help armies. So why, we came up with a good list of robots, but why are robots important? What do we do? What I'd like you all to do is we're going to come up with some lists on our whiteboard. So you need to make the PowerPoint screen small again if you made it big. So the way we're going to do that is you should see that same little arrow up on the top right corner, except this time it's pointing down and to the left. You're going to hit that arrow again. You should be back. You can see me again. And you should see all 4 of our screens. Now you need to make your PowerPoint screen big. I'm sorry, your whiteboard screen big. The whiteboard is where I was writing earlier. So we're going to go ahead and make that screen larger. I'm going to erase what I wrote. And you all can now write up here. So to write, you're going to click on the black letter A that says text. Then you're going to click on the whiteboard, and you should be able to write here. We are going to come up with some ideas. Why are robots important? Why are robots important? Go ahead and put your ideas up here on the whiteboard. Okay, I see some great ideas up here. Go ahead and keep thinking. You can write, a long sentence if you want, or you can just go ahead and write a couple of words, a couple of phrases. Okay, we are writing on the whiteboard, and we are writing some ideas about why we think robots might be important. You can be specific, or you can be very vague, up to you. Okay, so we're going to go over some of these and kind of look around at ideas that you guys have. Just so you know, whenever we write on here, I'm going to turn the erasers off so nothing gets erased by mistake. So if you mess up, you can backspace, but you're not going to be able to erase. So let's take a look, and we have, they can do things that I'm assuming that's going to be can't. They can help doctors. Very good. They make jobs easier. They do stuff for us. Some like Rube Goldberg's. Not sure what that is, but they definitely make jobs easier for us. Robots can go to war instead of humans, so they don't die. Robots cannot die, they just get destroyed. How do we go places without cars, because cars are robots? Cars have robotic parts in it, exactly. They can make cars, and maybe one day they will be able to drive our cars. There are definitely cars with robotic parts, and even more coming. Robots can go to space and take pictures. Great job. Maybe they can look for mines. Very good, in the war areas. They're used in surgeries. Great job. They can make jobs safer and help people with disabilities to help predict whether to go to space and to communicate with each other. Good job. All right, great job, guys. So we're going to go ahead and go back to our PowerPoint. You did a great job brainstorming. I'm going to turn off our whiteboards. So I came up with 4 ideas about why robots are important. They perform boring, repetitive tasks. They can go where it is not safe or practical for humans to venture. And they can be much more efficient. Okay. So one of the things scientists use all the time when they are either working with robots and I just turned my video off for 1 second, working with robots or coming up with reasons why we might need robots is the scientific method. So the scientific method is a way to ask and answer questions by making observations and doing experiments. We're going to go through this real quick. I'm going to show you a picture, and this is a picture of the scientific method. Scientists start by asking a question. So if you are a robotic scientist who is trying to create a robot, you might be asking yourself, what problem am I trying to solve? Am I trying to explore in space? Am I trying to explore the oceans? What are you trying to do? You're asking a question. You're going to do some background research. You're going to construct a hypothesis. So probably if you're designing a robot, you're going to make a sketch. You're going to make a computer model of a robot. You're going to test it in a lab. You're not going to send a test to space or to the ocean. You're going to analyze the results. All right, how did my robot do? You know, was my hypothesis, so was my diagram or my robot good or bad? And then I'm going to report on my results. What do I need to change? Does everything look good? And that's as far as we're going to go with the scientific method in this class. What I want to do now is I want you guys to watch a couple-minute video about robots. Now, if you go, and you're going to have to pay attention to these directions, you are going to look at your screen that has the 4 rectangles on it. On the bottom right, where we have been writing on the whiteboard, there should be 3 icons in that purple toolbar. One that looks like a computer screen that if you put your mouse over it says whiteboard. One that says my presentations. And one that says applications. you are going to click on the one that says Applications. You should now be at a screen and see something that says Robot Video. Please do not click on it. Please answer this question, yes or no. Do you see where it says Robot Video? Okay, I'm just waiting for one more. All right, awesome. You're going to click on the robot video. This is going to bring you to a video that I want you to watch. When you are done, you are going to come back to the class. Okay, so go ahead and watch this video, please.